Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 90 of Ranwin Parked. I am your host, Cone Dodger, joined by sleep deprivation, Kurt J. Mack, and ZK. Hi.
Welcome.
Welcome. Was that the AOL guy?
Yes, welcome.
You have cars.
Does that guy? Is that like a guy? Like, is that a person?
I swear it is, because I swear in a commercial recently that I saw him and he was, or it was a guy with his voice saying something similar. And I was like, that's got to be the guy, because
Right.
who else would they get to reference that?
And all 7 people that are still alive didn't understand the reference. Were like, ha! That's pretty good. Anyway, this is a show where we look at car ads on the internet and attempt not to buy them. Amongst other things, apparently. Because Kurt has news!
I have news.
That's just a rotary.
Oh no, I've done it again.
Was it the news? So we're just gonna jump right. I got nothing going on. Nothing.
He's got nothing
No,
going
no.
on.
Everything's
No news.
perfectly normal over here.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Cone.
That's me.
It's a Kelly Blue Book offer. That's right.
Are those?
Go
Continue.
on. I think I removed all of the personal information here, but we've regained a parking spot. We didn't have a parking spot before. We were literally parking on the lawn. So we've regained some of the lawn, but the girlfriend somehow agreed to sell her car, the 2016 Mazda CX-3. We went through Kelly Blue Book the first time, which is different than, say, CarMax or Carvana or Zoom or Shift or whatever these other ones are.
Carvana.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
well.
they're not doing too hot. So the way Kelly Blue Book works is they give you an instant cash offer, and they forward it to your local dealership who's in their Kelly Blue Book, whatever
Network.
network, yes,
Okay.
Rolodex or whatever, and then they contact you.
Speaking of references that no one will get.
And then they contact you, and in particular, the first one was like, "Oh, I think we can increase this. I think we can get above the Kelly Blue Book offer, so bring it in." So we brought it in, and instead, the highest they could go was 2,000 less. They're like, "Well, it has 100,000 miles, and we don't have that many cars like that on the lot." I'm like, "Well,
Do you have any cars on the lot?
Right.
I plugged all the information in. Everything was known about that. So that was annoying and a waste of our time, I suppose.
I will say, Kelly Blue Book has been trash for as long as I've been interested in cars. It has literally never been relevant.
I think it's relevant if you have a Camry under 100,000 miles.
Yeah, but nobody cares. Nobody cares what the value of a Camry under 100,000 miles is.
No, exactly.
So it's not relevant to anybody that actually needs this information. I want to see. Go ahead, Kurt. I want to go ahead and just do a little research about this right now.
Also, I want to I want to give you some applause for taking a photo of a page on the monitor.
It's freaking out my second monitor, by the way. Like, for whatever reason, it like the pixel layering of this is just doing wild things on the stream computer.
The moire pattern. The pixels on the stream. No, this was on the way to like the dealership. I'm like, oh, I should have a screenshot of this, but I didn't have like the email up, so I just took like a picture of my monitor as I ran out the door. However, we were able. That first one was a Ford dealership. We were able to take it. I don't know why this wasn't our first idea, but the girlfriend came up with the idea to take it to the Mazda dealership in town, where she'd honestly been getting it oil changes and stuff like that for it. And they were able to get close to the price that we were looking for. It wasn't the ridiculous amount that we were quoted in May, back when everything was super crazy, like back when you sold the Focus, right?
Yeah,
CK?
yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Things are never going to be like that again,
No.
but that's fine. We got a decent amount. They took it off our hands, suckers, and and now the girlfriend is driving the Subaru around.
And now you have to daily the Datsun.
Yes.
Daily.
If by Datsun you mean the pickup truck, the
They're
Nissan.
all Datsuns, right?
Which has honestly been fine. But yes, that is the news. -1 down.
Wait, so now you're down
-1.
to 4 cars between y'all.
Yes, 4 cars.
I didn't realize you had 5. I guess that makes sense.
3 of
but
which
yeah.
are mine, technically.
Oh my god, they have made
That's
this
fine.
awful, Kurt. This used to be bad, but now this is awful.
No, yeah, there's so many.
I
hoops to
just
jump
want the
through.
price. I don't want an instant cash offer.
Yeah, you got to like opt out of that.
How do you
and then you
opt
can
out
get
of it?
their range, their trade-in range.
Does or the girlfriend drive stick?
She has, but she's relearning. She recently had her first drive of the pickup truck, although it was raining and just not a great time to. I was just like, try it out. But yeah, we're trying to. She wants to be able to drive the pickup truck. It might be handy.
Because I could see like the Z being your car, the hearse is her car, and then the other 2 are kind of shared.
True. Yes. But I don't think she wants to really drive the hearse.
You don't want
Daily.
a hearse. A JDM hearse.
Yes, a right-hand drive JDM hearse.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go on Marketplace real quick and tell everybody that has a 240 for sale they're only worth $1,600. They're all wrong. The TT, it says, is worth between $7,000 and $9,000.
I think that might be accurate.
That's kind of accurate, but I also feel like
You do have like the special VR6 manual.
I do feel like because mine's a special model, it's probably a little higher than that. But they don't know what special models are. They just know
and
what
I
the
think
basics are.
I think when I was looking at, because every now and then I'll throw in like, or I used to throw in like random cars that we had for like Carvana and stuff, and I did the Audi, and it was about in that range, even when it was all high.
I do, however, have an update here. You know, one thing I didn't do was to check when they listed it. Just take a wild guess.
So
If this is around the cash offer we received, what do they have?
it's
Oh,
on.
they actually
this car
listed
listed
at the dealer already.
Yes, I think so. This seems to add up.
It's on the lot for $14,500.
I was going to say 17.5.
ZK 17.9.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
And it's stupid, right? Because that's how much you have to pay if you want to buy it, right?
Correct.
But you can't ever sell it for how much you sold it for in a private sale.
Yeah.
So there's like that $7,000 difference or whatever.
Yeah, it's $7,000 to have the ability to buy it from a dealership, basically.
Yes.
To be able
No,
to
but
get a
I'm
loan
saying-
for it.
It has 110,000 miles. Keep in mind.
I'm saying though that you couldn't sell it for $10,000 private sale.
Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know. I always
In today's
have,
market,
I think,
probably.
I don't know. I always have a hard time with private sales above like
Private sales,
7-ish.
yeah. Private sales that get into the territory of loans are very difficult.
No,
Yeah.
that's what we wanted to avoid.
Yeah.
And whatever difference there might have been, we're okay with that.
Right.
To avoid that
Yeah.
hassle.
That's
I
fair.
completely agree. I've bought many cars from Craigslist and have sold them all to dealerships, basically. At least the ones that are worth anything.
I also this concludes this segment. I also have some news from our what are they called when they're on the scene? A reporter. A reporter on the scene from the 2022 Kansas City Mecum auctions.
Okay.
which my dad went to.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, who is this reporter on the scene?
My dad went. He has a friend who lives down there who bought a car, it's like a '57 Chevy, and I haven't talked to my dad. I don't think he came back with anything. He's very adamant. He's a bit too practical to be a viewer of this podcast. But these are the pictures he provided to me from the 2022 Mecum auctions, Kansas City.
I did go to a Mecum auction once. An
wheels are
LT1 and a
bad.
Z.
Mm-hmm. This was
No,
the
it's not
only
even
Z.
an LT1. This is the Crossfire, right? What was it?
No, it's
This
the
is-
LT.
That's an LT?
L98.
L98, yeah.
5.7 liter.
Yep.
Oh, you are right.
Yep.
Gross. They put
Wow.
those wheels on it.
Automatic transmission.
What a shame.
Real shame.
That's a
He's like, you want me
real
to put in
shame.
a bid for you? And I'm like, no.
I mean, give me the
Thanks.
body.
Would this be like cool in 1989?
It would have been okay in 1989. Yeah. Like this was the only configuration of a Z that was like car show worthy back then, sadly. I like the bumpers.
Yeah, those are the like slim big bumpers.
Slim,
before
big
This
bumpers,
is a
yeah.
76 as opposed to the
I-
77s and
I
8s. Got the big ones.
honestly like those more than the original slim bumpers, and I know I'm wrong about that, and you can just flame me all you want. I don't care.
Flames. What else did he send?
Wang-a-dang-a-dang-a-dang.
Wing-a-dang-a. I don't know why he sent me this one. He must have liked it.
Ah.
Studebaker.
Oh, okay.
He said there were no hearses or imported Toyotas, but this is the closest thing he could find.
I'll take it. Ah,
And of course,
I don't want to
'cause
know how
I-
much this went for.
because I have a Subaru. They don't. You have to like sign up for Mecum.com in order
Oh.
to see the results. So
How
I
much
I
did
don't
that
know.
Silverado go for?
There was apparently also like an '85 AMC Eagle wagon that he
Mm.
couldn't find or send me a picture of, and a few other weird things. But those are the. There
Mecum's-
was literally on the website there was like 3 pages of Corvettes. So that's what Mecum is into.
Yeah,
Mecum's got to be a wild place to go as like
it
people
is.
of our disposition.
Oh yeah, it
Oh.
was one of the weirdest experiences of my life because it was just like everything about it was the exact opposite of anything I care about in the car world. But there was so much stuff there that was interesting. But it was like it was interesting only in the investment of it to these people. Like nobody was there because they were like, "That's a cool car." It was weird. I hated it.
I don't remember if it was Mecum or Barrett Jackson, but the cheapest, like cleanest 240 I've ever seen went for like $5,000. It was convertible, which is valid, but it was also like 30,000 miles, completely pristine, and it only went for $5,000.
These blob eyes are one of those cars that they fall into my category of this car will never be worth it anymore. Like after these were new, these cars have zero value because they're too expensive for what they are.
Oh yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, I like the way they look.
Oh yeah, they're the best look. This is the best STI in my opinion. Like this is the holy grail of this car, and therefore it is ruined. Because rich people want it, nobody can want it.
Yeah.
And that was it from the Mecum auction.
That was it from our
Do I need to
guy on the ground.
do I need to like cut your dad a check now?
Yes.
How does this work? I don't think that's gonna happen, considering
He's got a-
the recent expenses. All right, now we look at car ads from the internet. Boy, we all should have some good ones. It's been what, a month? Come on, ZK, what have you been doing? All right, well, Kurt should have some
Other
good ones.
stuff. I've been going to equipment auctions that aren't cars.
That's true. ZK needs his own show that's just like heavy machinery and equipment.
I bought a bandsaw, okay?
He started a band.
It's got a garage band saw.
Well, that's bold. And so is this. A 1994 Dodge Stealth RT that when I saw this picture, I was like, oh, a riced out Dodge RT. That's interesting. And then I looked a little further for some reason and discovered that somebody was bold enough to take this Dodge Stealth RT and turn it into, let's say, a time trial car, but actually a certified race car. And that's just one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of.
What did they do to the back?
It's got these like crazy louvers on it. It's got this weird like windshield spoiler. It's got a fin.
I was gonna say it's got like a what car has
Dorsal
that?
fin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like prototypes.
Like the LMP cars or
But then you get to the interior and like, no, it's actual race car in here, not like street car showy kind of stuff. This ZK, you probably...
this is what the
Yeah.
This is what the inside of the Honda looks like.
Right.
Zip ties and all.
You probably know more of what this would be running in, and I assume it's like time trial stuff or maybe HPDE.
This looks like a time attack type of car.
Yeah. It has been to Daytona and Sebring. It's an SCCA, I guess, booked car, and more power to them, but they have got to be real messed up.
Say it came with a VR4 parts car?
It comes with a VR4 parts car that's sitting on the brake rotors on the ground.
Oh, hey, it's a Silverado.
Somebody got it with a grill.
So, if ever you're thinking you're not bold enough,
Dr.
Dr. Kirchner?
Kirchner.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
275's nice.
VR4. If you don't know anything about the Dodge Stealth / Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4, here's your...
Was it VR4 or VR6? I'm
VR4.
having a... Okay.
It's called the VR4 because it's 4-wheel drive, even though it's 6-cylinder.
okay.
So it's a transverse-mounted V6 twin-turbo all-wheel drive with a transaxle sending power to the back. It's basically the worst engine bay that has ever been created.
Yeah.
It's also a Mitsubishi and a Dodge.
Yep. 385 horsepower.
They're stout. Like these things
that's good.
make power, and they can be very fast. They were super fast in Gran Turismo.
In 2015, it made 395, and then in 2019, it made 383.
Uh-oh. It's not transverse engine rear-wheel drive. It's transverse engine all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive. So
Even
most Dodge Stealth / 3000 GTs you see, even as big as they are front-wheel drive, which is sad.
Oh, it's not. I guess it's not fertilizer. It's a weed killer.
I did not know what you meant. Has Kurt figured it out yet? Did he get there?
No.
It's on the windshield. Natural weed killer. What does that mean?
I think that means that
He kills the weed by burning it and inhaling
In his lungs.
fumes.
Here's a better view of that back fin arrangement. I just thought it was bold. More power.
I don't
to
hate
them.
it.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
If it was out on the track, like if I went to a time trial and was just like taking pictures, I'd be like, that's cool. I appreciate
I bet
that.
it sounds really good.
I'm sure it sounds rowdy, and I'm sure it just is always visible with the trail of smoke.
Yeah. That 15 horsepower it lost is straight through the piston rings.
Oh, yeah. All right, Kurt, let's see the spicy 1 month
All right.
curated find.
Yes, the spicy find. Well, I mean, I heard that, I don't know, maybe somebody has somebody who needs to learn how to drive eventually. Need some
We
in the wheel.
we got some time, Kurt.
We got some time. You can never start too soon. And I know you
think
like these.
Oh.
78 Subaru Brat go-kart.
Man, they must have made
needs some work.
These.
Yes, new engine, proper clutch and chain. The frame needs to be welded. They have
Welded?
new parts, and we'll have it running by next week.
Is there more
That was
pictures?
2 weeks ago.
Oh,
There is more pictures.
okay.
The current owner is wheelchair bound.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
why not put it on your wheelchair?
Seems logical to me. I don't
But
think
yeah,
I've ever seen one with the baby on it, though.
It's the Brat.
It's
That's
the
Brat.
the Brat. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that on any of the. I've seen a
Wait,
few of these bodies around.
It said it needed a new engine. Is there a chassis? Did I miss that?
Yeah, I'm hoping there's
It
more.
said- yeah, there's
Okay.
a new engine.
Okay. Well, there's 8. That's a new engine.
From Harbor Freight.
Also, was the roof cut up?
I think that's how they were.
I tend to agree with ZK. I feel like there's more to them.
What am I looking for in the Google?
What brand of
Go-kart.
cigarettes are those? Sorry.
You thinking of taking up a?
Does it just say complete?
I don't know. They
No.
look weird to me.
Yeah.
No, they didn't have the top. Oh,
No.
I see. I understand. There should be a door,
There should be,
like
yeah.
a door sill and a windshield.
Yeah, the windshield is what's missing.
Oh, okay, so
I-
they chopped it up, I guess. and
Yes, maybe they
the
did
back
have it
is
over the
chopped to
wheelchair.
fit a
I don't
bigger
know.
engine or something.
Right.
The cutout, there was a cutout in the back for the engine,
Mhm.
but yeah, it wasn't that big. Looking at these other images,
I mean, I still want it. So, like, how bad the shipping on that? I don't need this. This frame looks like crap. I just want the body. So, if you could go ahead and take care of that, Kurt. Appreciate it.
okay, they're asking 900. Should I put it through Kelly Blue Book and see?
Yeah, if you could go ahead and run that through Kelly Blue Book real quick. Make sure that we're not getting ripped off.
I'm so sad because in all my searches, I don't think they ever made like a 240 one of these.
No. I mean, I hate to say it, but the 240 was not well regarded when it was new. Like, nobody
it didn't
cared.
become cool until like 10 or 15 years
Even
after it
toys.
was-
Like, I've got model car 240s that I just yeeted off my desk. I've got, like, model car 240s, but they're all this. They're all the Need for Speed Underground ones. Like,
Yeah.
if you want something that's an actual OEM 240, they don't exist. You got to make it yourself because in the day that they made toys of cars, like, that's only when they're new generally, nobody cared. Like, nobody gave a shit about the 240. Apparently, people really cared about the Brat, though, and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, weren't they like a dealer thing or something? I don't know.
The go-karts, yeah, I think they were like a promotional thing to have at the dealership.
Is that the original engine there? I see an engine in it, but I think that's the Harbor Freight one.
Probably.
Right.
It's weird that they just store it like it lives in the back of this truck.
Yeah.
Not in the
Also-
shed, not in the yard.
Also, I mean, I would have to put some kind of windshield on it just to justify these, like, rear pillars.
Yeah.
Looks so
Yeah,
stupid
that
with
looks
the
weird.
pillars just hanging out in the air.
I don't think there's. I think this is chopped up from the ones I remember.
Yeah.
Maybe. So you don't have to get this one. Look, just wait for a complete one.
All right.
Right.
Okay. We got a few years.
Yeah, just a few. Okay, Mr. and Mr. I curated my ads for a month. I curated my ads for an hour before we started.
Of course you did.
I had stuff to do. I got so much done in the past month. I've been too busy looking at Christmas cards. Anyway,
All right, let's see your bandsaw. Come on. Oh,
what about an $1,800 Supra?
I threw my cap at you.
Just pulled from storage after 20 years. It's a barn find. Car is complete but not perfect. Car is currently not running and needs a fuel system. These cars are starting to go up in value, and this is a great chance to buy one while you can. $1,800. No, this is a project. Listed 22 minutes ago.
I have multiple comments here, okay?
It probably was an actual barn, and there was probably not a roof on it.
Number one, this is actually a pretty good buy, I think. Like, if you're into this kind of stuff, it's a pretty good find. Number two, I'm okay because this is an 83, and I can only have an 85.
Okay.
So I'm safe.
Okay.
This
Phew.
is not...
There's only like 3 pictures. There's one of the car, one of the interior, what looks not
It's
too bad.
not worse than the one that I fixed up, honestly.
It's not. Yeah, and
not good.
that one that I linked a few episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
The one that you should have bought, but given everything.
Right.
But it's got a red or
I
burgundy
don't like
interior.
the burgundy interior, honestly.
Burgundy is the best interior.
I usually agree, but I don't like it in this. Maybe it's just because
think
it's
it's 'cause it
covered
looks
in
dirty.
cumin, but
Yeah, there's a lot of farts in this.
Covered in cumin, like the spice.
yes.
But this is the cheapest Supra I've seen.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that's all.
Agreed.
Agreed. Agreed. But it's not the right year. See, 85, they got the bigger and more. Only in 85 could you get the most powerful version of the 5G cell phone tower.
I didn't know there was different versions.
5M, sorry, not 5G. Yes, there were different versions, and the original was it's like a 15 horsepower bump too. It wasn't a small bump.
No, back in the day.
Because they went from basically OBD 0.1 to OBD 1, essentially. Now this is a 19 Ford Courier Max, whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
These are my favorite ads of man, I should sell that thing. What is that thing? I don't know. Just put it up for
This is
sale.
like a first-gen Ranger. It is a small truck, right?
It's a small truck. We'll trade for 2 horse bumper pull, preferably. Or show me what you have.
2-horse trailers ain't cheap, though.
May consider pasture fence. Excuse me. Sorry, would you like
There's
to
some in
trade
the
your
back.
would you trade your chicken wire for your pasture fence? May consider a pasture fence or livestock, especially Shetland sheep with registration.
No, Shetland shit.
No harm in offering. I really want to trade. Doesn't drive, but I've almost gotten her to idle. Been sitting since 2002. She's cute. Has new spark plugs, but the starter died. And it was a 0 budget restoration for me. So they got this running, okay?
What am I looking at? Is that please tell me that's a blanket.
Pull a Vice Grip Garage right now and just get a good whiff of this one. Just
No!
soak it in, would you? Don't worry, it smells like Folgers. So he got it running, okay? Just keep that in mind.
He said almost idling.
Almost idling, sure.
It needs a new carb. Or fuel making happener? No, that's the
Yeah.
fuel pump.
Whatever
it's called.
So, yeah, you got your carb sitting up there that's obviously all messed up. That's a throttle body, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a throttle body. Anyway, so he got it running, but my impression is it's still here with all the stuff. The attempt was made to get it running, but no attempt was made to actually retrieve it from the woods in which it sits. The bare
it's a
minimum
Ford.
of effort. I mean, that's true. That's so many different kinds of fencing, too.
He wants more. He's a fencing aficionado. A fencingado or whatever.
I wish there was more of this, because this is I actually quite like this generation of it's very
it is a
similar
Courier.
to the Mazdas.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the XLT badging went back that far, and I'm not sure that it did.
It doesn't quite fit.
think that might be an XLT badge from like a 90s pickup. Which is just funny.
So I bet he got it kind of running, and then he went out there and was like, oh, I'm gonna go try to sell that or whatever, and he poured some fuel down the carb and it kind of sputtered, and then the starter seized up, and then he was like, well, whatever.
There you go.
So he didn't try to move it.
So you got any sheep to trade?
Sheep
I
are
do, but they're not
expensive.
Shetland. Oh.
Oh, or registered.
Yeah,
I don't have a title for this sheep.
I think this is only like a one sheep truck, to be honest.
I agree.
I-
That was just humor. Sometimes
That was.
Sometimes Marketplace is just humor.
Marketplace sucks so bad now.
It always did.
It always
Yeah,
did.
but it's even worse.
What do I have? I'm trying to remember. Who cares? Oh, how about a 1977 Ford Transit van for $4,000? 5-passenger, manual transmission, V4 engine, very rare in North America.
It's adorable.
It is. These, I mean, I've seen these as like the European, like the UK
Yeah.
vans. I don't think I've ever seen one in the Americas. Rare.
Rare. Is it actually a V4? Like,
I will take this person's word for it. I don't
Like
think
for
there's any
realsies?
engine photos.
it does say diesel too. What a
I'm
cutie.
having a hard time telling the scale of this thing. I think it is small.
It's small because look at that, like, Corolla or whatever is next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty small. It also
I mean,
looks
yeah,
so
there's the
shocked.
like,
Like,
pop-up
it's just
trailer
like,
next to it.
What year was it?
77.
77.
They don't say if it runs or drives, but the fact that this picture is on a trailer, I'm assuming no.
yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Yes, no, it's actually probably a V4.
Nice. A diesel V4, I'm sure that sounds incredible.
Well, okay, if it is diesel, then it's an i4.
Oh,
If it's a
interesting.
petrol, it's V4.
Gotcha. I have to say, this is a lot nicer than I thought it was gonna be.
Mm,
Yeah.
This would be, yeah, like the interior is like super
there was a
complete.
Jeep in its natural habitat.
Ah, yeah, yep. I quite like this. I would.
How many monies?
I think just 3,000 monies.
Just
Although it might be
3,000
Canadian.
monies?
It might be Canadian.
How hard is it to get a
That's
car
even
from
e-
Canadian?
That's even better.
Oh, I'm
Four.
sorry, 4,000 monies.
Is it very
4,000
difficult to get a car from Canada to America?
At this age, it's just the same 25-year import stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right, but like the actual paperwork is that a pain? Probably.
Sure it is.
It's not any worse than a JDM car.
Kaylee just noticed that it says transit, not transit, and it's pretty good. I would 100% take on this project just because nobody else is ever going to see one of these. Like you're never going to pass
Right.
another one, and that just makes it so cool. And I have been looking for a wagon, and this is almost that.
Does it even have a second row in it? Or is it like
There's
cargo?
2 rows, but it's, pretty bare
I only
bones.
saw one bench. Oh, okay. It does.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
and bench.
I like the curve
Oh,
on the
is that
bench,
like a-
though.
It's like a 3-seat bench, so it's like each fold up or something.
I have 2
It's
more
weird.
kids.
No.
It looks like there's those little squares might be spots where
Pain.
third roll might go.
Possibly. Oh, man, it would look really silly dropped, wouldn't it?
Wait, is that the same grill?
On the left, but not the right.
Yeah, on the
Right?
left. The
Was
right
it
one,
painted
looks
white?
like
Or
It is a white.
No, it's a white. Okay. Because that's the picture I saw when I googled it, and
Ah.
it didn't look the same, and I couldn't tell why.
Gotcha.
But it's fine. The right one is even. Woof.
Yeah, the right one that one's a no for me.
yeah, that one's very very British.
Yeah.
A very
Looks
British.
like those ugly British cabs.
Mm,
Yes.
Yeah, the worst thing ever designed by anyone. Sorry about
Alright.
your audience. I forgot what this is. I think it's a car for you, Cone. I don't
Okay.
remember. Ah, yes. You said you wanted a Saab, right?
Yep. V4 too.
You've been looking for Saabs and V4s. So a 1973 Saab Sonett V4 hatchback sports car. $699.99.
Hey. Right
It's a
outside my
Sonnet.
budget.
It's a Sonnet 3. Clear title, runs and drives, which is rare for Sonnets. Lots of words, but basically it's one of the nicest ones I've seen as far as like
Not
driver?
being like super restored.
yeah, either they're like well, I would say rust buckets, but they're fiberglass, but a rust bucket
Crack
or-
buckets? What do you call a rotted out
Crack bucket? It's not in Florida, okay?
But is it in Texas? Because like same.
Garland. Yeah. Yeah. And it says what it is on the dash, so you remember.
If you've, I'm sorry, this is now the Vice Grip promotional channel. If you've not watched the Vice Grip episode of him getting one of these running, it is a must watch. Because I'm pretty sure he is.
I haven't seen that one.
He is like 6'4" or 6'5". He is a very large man, and it wasn't until the very end in which he got it running and like shoehorned himself into it. These things are tiny.
Yeah, they're not big. I think they're roughly like the Opel GT size.
Yeah, they're in that ballpark.
like-
But maybe smaller.
Not quite to the cappuccino size, but like Blanco would fit in it.
Look at all these floor-mounted pedals, though.
Yeah, and all the switches and levers and handlebars and weird vent things.
Man, they're going almost 90 miles an hour.
It's so good.
Very interesting wheels.
Saab has their whole history is just like, let's make some weird cars and some weirder wheels.
Oh god. The guy that I sold the Saab to, like he had like a collection of his wheels and there were some weird ones. He did end up selling it to someone else, but the wheels he had put it on are like, I don't know how you would describe them. They almost look like road reflectors. Like they have a bunch of angles and lines in them. And there's also probably a lug pattern that matches literally no other car.
Yeah, I was just thinking that lug pattern looks like it's like 5 by 10 inches.
And this is the face that I make every time you say you want to buy a Saab.
It's
got
kind
pop-ups.
it's you say that, but it's kind of like you should do it. Like, hey, you should get that Saab.
No, this is about no.
That's what I'm seeing.
It's mostly complete interior. It's got some issues on the seats, but
Hey,
you
it
can
was
clean
driven
those right
enough
up.
that it like wore the corduroy down.
Look, you got a adjustable lumbar.
It's like a gaming chair. It's one of those.
It's got suspension.
Yep.
I love the giant hole they put in for the steering rack because they're like, I think it's somewhere around here.
Yeah.
I
They're
never
weird.
noticed these.
Oh,
Maybe it's the 3 that has the weird vents there on the back.
Oh, behind the glass there. Like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't
that's
know if those are
strange.
vents, but they look see-through. I don't know what's going on there.
I think that window like pops open,
yes.
The window does.
That's it.
But
and
No.
then like that's where the air can go is out those vents.
Oh, you mean that window pops open?
Yeah,
yeah,
that
okay.
rear quarter window.
Gotcha.
The door handles are weird too. They're like hidden.
They're hidden in the most
They're-
obvious way possible. It's like
they're
Right.
they
aerodynamic
hid them
handles.
to draw as much attention to them as they could.
It looks like the handles that they put on trash cans in forests and campgrounds to keep the bears out.
Anti-bear
Yeah.
handles.
I
There's
just
your
want
V4.
one of these. I just want the engine, really. I just want the engine. I just want to put it in my garage. I just want to fire it up on occasion just to hear it blah 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 blah.
You know what you need? You need a V4 tractor.
Yeah. Now we're
Do
talking.
they make any of those?
Probably.
We should find one. Do V4s have... They sound like V8s, kind of, right?
They sound like a cross of a bug and like a real old V8.
Okay.
Like a flathead V8.
The valve covers are not asymmetric. They are actually symmetric, but in a rotational manner, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the heads are the same. So, like,
The orientation of a V4 and V8, like most V engines actually, it probably hurts your brain to think about this, but one bank of cylinders is ahead of the other. So this is a very dramatic case of this, but like cylinder, we'll say 1 here versus cylinder 2. On the crank, cylinder 2 is behind 1, so it's going to be set back further. This is just I think because there's so little valve cover, your eye is like, oh my god, those are like.
But yeah, if you
in
took this
nowhere.
off and rotated it 180 degrees, it's the same as the other side.
Yeah.
Versus
Yeah, you can
being
tell that with
mirrored or whatever.
The truck's V6 is
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see
obviously
the
like that too.
offset. Yep.
So I guess those are fog lights, right? Those are like the most headlight. What car has more headlight fog lights other than the Juke's Cheetah?
Yeah, and those are just like off-the-shelf sealed beam headlights too.
Wonder what is it, 74? I wonder if that was
Regulatory.
regulation
Maybe.
to have fixed lights with the pop-ups.
Look at that cool logo on there. It matches the wheels.
I know there was a lot of different solutions for that because if you had pop-ups, you had to have the ability to flash your lights, either basically like within a time frame, and the old vacuum-operated ones couldn't do that. And a lot of the mechanical ones, which I think these are mechanical, like you just like push a lever to do it, didn't quite like. You had to move them in place and then turn the lights on, so you couldn't just like flash your lights. So a lot of the Japanese cars, they just had them like shine through a little bit, so they didn't have to flip up to shine. And then by the time you got to like the Miata and the 240, they actually just had the motors fast enough that the headlights would pop up fast enough to flash them, because that was a regulation. I'm a nerd, sorry.
Still cars in good shape. They might smell a little though. Also, I love the like generic handle that's just screwed in there.
I don't know if that's an
Everything
original.
Screams like kit car almost. With
Yeah.
the exposed screws and
Okay, what is that in front of the handle? Because I thought that was like a window crank missing the crank, but there's the window crank.
Mirror?
lock.
Lock.
Lock. Okay.
Lock.
Lock. We've determined.
Don't look at this one.
Oh man, it's got crack.
It's a crack
A
bucket.
bucket of them.
Oh boy. Sorry, ZK, that's not the Saab story I'm looking for. But maybe this is. Ever heard of a 1988 Mercury Scorpio?
No.
What's your
Nope.
sign?
Not that.
I've never heard of a Mercury Scorpio either, and I bet you nobody on this television program has heard of a Mercury Scorpio.
It looks like the stupid. What was the form of the Mustang sold as a Mercury?
What?
Why are you thinking the Mercury XI 2?
No, the
whatever that
Mercury
was
version
called?
of the Fox body. Is it the headlights look the same?
Oh, like a Capri?
Yeah.
I gotcha. So, this is imported by Ford of Europe, sold through a Lincoln Mercury dealer, with a German-built powered by a 2.9-liter V6. One of about 22,000 imported. Of the 22,000, this might be the only one that still exists, because I've
Yes.
never, ever heard of this. This is pretty crazy. It's a longitudinal V6 too, by the way, with this
So I think
crazy
it's a
Ford
rear-wheel
intake.
drive.
I do believe they are rear-wheel drive,
Yes, rear-wheel drive.
and it's why? Like, why is this here?
Honestly, it's not bad looking.
It's
It
not
looks like-
awful. It's not great.
What year was it? 80s?
Hold on.
88.
88.
87, 88.
Okay, yeah, it
89.
has that like, yeah. For 88, this looks pretty modern.
It's like immaculate too, by the way. It's in just
Yeah.
perfect condition. The back is probably my favorite part, like the overdoneness of the taillight treatment and this like spoiler setup.
Okay, in automation, you just take the taillights and scale up and scale
Yep.
up, scale up.
Scale on the
dual
Y-axis.
dual exhaust. I kind of want to know what this sounds like. Interior, just freaking mint. Like,
Yeah,
unbelievably good.
it revs to 6.
It
Five
does
and a
rev
half?
to 6.
Maybe
A little
6.
inflatable seat backs right there. The little bulbs.
Yeah,
for
I'm doing the thing.
your lumbars.
Is that what those are?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Supra had those.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Digital?
Jameson
That's just
automatic.
weird. Normally it's just the driver's seat, but like
Yeah.
as the passenger, you could reach over and like adjust the driver's lumbar airbag.
I like the little dashboard, like cubby hole there to put stuff in.
Yeah. Shame it's automatic, because otherwise you might have to buy this.
I agree. Like if this was a manual, I think I'd have to sell the TT because I would need this. This is so stupid, and it also just looks like comfortable and nice. It's again, you're not going to see another one.
No, it reminds me a lot of, like you said that TT, but like the Quattro, like the 4000s or whatever. Like it looks like those bigger, more boxy Audis of similar vintage. Oh, it's also, is it missing the cowl? No, it's got the whole cowl is the hood. The hood is
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Because you can see all the wiper motor
Right.
linkage.
And $4,000.
Yeah.
I know.
Chevy, you should buy it.
I know. It's so.
Don't ask me for part numbers.
Yeah. Good luck with that. So much glass. Like,
Do you like it because it's 5-spoke?
Oh, it's a hatchback.
It is a hatchback that they like. Instead of having the glass wrap around, they made like a third window that kind of meets up to it, which I kind of appreciate. It still maintains that look.
I miss cars with glass.
Yeah.
Stupid safety regulations.
It's a shame that people just don't like to be decapitated. I can't wait for the Europeans to tell me all about these cars, but
Not just D pillars, it's got like E pillars.
Yeah, I miss being able to see out of a car. That too. But Kirk can see out of this car though.
I can see out of this car. Actually, you said you want you want a wagon.
I do want
I
a
got
wagon. Is it a manual?
It is a manual wagon, Cone.
Is
I've
it a
got one
9.5?
for you. Family friendly. No, it's a little bit more domestic. How about a 2008 Dodge Caliber SRT4 for $6,500 with 149,000 miles? It's been this person's daily for 3 years. Just painted matte black.
My favorite.
All the corners and door jambs have been painted as well. It came
Cone,
with
you
a
need
kicker
it.
sound package and tweeters, tailgate speakers, and a sunroof.
Is this actually a wagon or is it a hatchback?
Yes, it's a wagon the same as they list the Kia Soul as a wagon.
Oh God! If the Kia Soul is a wagon, then I'm a successful businessman. So it's a
thing in the back?
tall Dodge Neon SRT4.
Yes, it's horribly stupid and ugly, and it's probably the best thing in the world. I'd rather have the SRT or like the Neon, but
Yeah.
these are horrible and they don't have a good reputation of lasting. But it's an SRT4, and that's all you need. SRT for anything.
Here's a question.
Even
Why does the SRT4 engine sound the way it do?
I'm not smart enough to answer that.
Okay. Because
Other
it
than
sounds... It just sounds like 3 V8s got into a fight with a turbocharger. Like, they are just the gnarliest sounding things in the world. And I can only imagine it's because they're, like, horribly tuned or something.
19s. They put 19s on a Caliber.
These look like they're from, like, a
OEM, but
Charger or
still.
something.
I don't know. It's got the SRT in the wheel.
Oh, well, maybe they're... Yep. I like the little flexy thing there. It's cute.
I think it's stock.
I
Like,
bet
this
it
all
is.
looks
Oh my
stock.
god.
The phone holder. He's so happy.
The whole... Yeah, there's that. And then there's the dystopia that is this era of Dodge interior.
Oh yeah, mid 2000s Dodge interiors.
I
did
honestly...
have a-
Go ahead.
I did at one point get a normal Dodge Caliber as like a rental, and surprisingly, very difficult to see out of.
Yeah.
the pillars are large, and you have very large blind spots. Very unpleasant.
Very unpleasant.
But
Hard
SRT
stop.
noises.
I really, honestly, I think I could see myself in a Dodge Magnum. Even though they're automatic, like, I think I could do it. And then you see the interior and you're just like, nope, 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 can't do it, nope.
Yeah, the interior on them's really a shame.
Like, I could handle the interior if it was a manual, but I can't take the interior and the automatic.
And we never got, not that they're much better, but they're at least more cushy, the 300C or whatever.
Or just the refresh. Like, if the Magnum had kept existing, the modern interiors on that platform are so much better.
They made the 300C a wagon in Europe.
Why does it have a kilometer-an-hour speedometer?
So you think you're going faster?
Yeah. I think I've ended up in the heavy Canada.
Oh, I
with
see.
a lot of my choices here.
I see. Gotcha. 149,000 kilometers. Still impressive for these things.
Honestly, I don't think there was anything wrong with these engines. Like, they were good, and they lasted as long as you didn't turn them up to 400 horsepower.
Everything else falls apart, though.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Was it the Caliber episode that Regular had to delete because of how bad it was? Like, bad as far as, like, raunchy and stuff?
I believe
I
it.
think he deleted.
Gosh. Speaking of, I'm just promoting everybody else. Did you guys watch his Ultima one?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's the best thing Regular's done in like 5 years. That was.
I think the Caliber was like that, but like 8 times worse. Oh yeah, I think it was the Avenger. You might be right.
Ah, that's fair. I like the tire tread floor mats. Those are cute.
They're probably OEM.
Probably.
Look at where the shifter is. It's practically a Civic.
Yeah, I hate those too. It's one of the reasons I don't like the Fit. The Fits are great cars, but I hate the way the shifter is.
But it's so good. It's so stupid looking, but then it's like actually nice to use.
Don't care.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what this was. I only did this like an hour ago, and it's all gone. So we'll find out together. All right, the car that is better than a 240.
How many times are we going to go over this?
1989 Ford Probe GT. $2,500. It is the 2.2 turbo model, which is a Mazda engine. The good one. Belonged to my dad, the original owner, has 93,000 miles. Was stored in his garage from 2010 until last year when I got it. Unfortunately, it does not start due to the broken timing belt.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, like, this is a great buy for a first car.
Yeah. So when I got this, I was like, oh, no. Wait. Of that era, and it's a Mazda motor, it might not be interference, and I could not find any conclusive information on that front.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible. And maybe all cylinders were like, that mid-level when it snapped, and no pistons kissed valves, but
the worst part is you don't know. You won't know until you get it back together, and that sucks. And then sometimes you get it back together, and it still runs, but it runs like crap because it doesn't have any compression anymore.
I think you could, I was trying to think. You could do a compression test, but not really.
Not really.
Try to spin it around by hand and see if anything touches. But then if it did touch, it probably bent it out of the way.
Love the hood bumps, though. I never noticed that.
Yeah, God. The design of this car, we grew up making fun of these things. Mm-hmm. But they're actually really good. And apparently there's a really nice digital dash available in this era, but this is also fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
You get oil pressure at least.
More than a 240.
And some nail files.
But look at this profile.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly.
And those wheel covers.
If they had made these rear-wheel drive, I bet you the history of the 240 would have been, like, completely different.
Supposedly these made less power than a 240, even though they were turbo.
They made less power, but I think they were quicker to 60.
Probably.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa! Whoa!
I don't think
But
I
this
had
interior.
toe on the bingo shot.
That's the meanest thing you've ever said. Wait, are those hubcaps?
Yeah, that's what I said. Those wheel
Yeah.
covers. Which is weird, but those are a bad design anyway. It is weird because I thought the GT was like, the best version, but
Yeah.
apparently I think they had different trims of the GT.
GT, I think
the
Ford,
one with-
the way Ford does it usually is this means you get this engine.
Yeah. So I think I think this is like a low spec GT, which is why it doesn't have the digital dash or alloys.
They definitely went for the Grand Am before the Grand Am with the Grand Am.
Mm-hmm. It's got a
Well,
back seat
weird
cone.
rear seat. This everything is like wrap around and it like wraps into the door.
It's so good. Like, look at it. Oh, it's just
And then it
It's like a
wraps into
bathtub.
the seat.
Steering
a
wheel is
bathtub
bizarre.
of blood.
Yeah. I mean, the belt looks easy to get to at least.
Yeah, like it's one of those things. It's like, yes, that snapped. I hope if it's not interference, this is like $150 to fix.
Yeah, steering wheel is fantastic. It looks like an angry robot.
Everything on this is great, other than that maybe the motor is complete trash.
If
and
you
I
want to
can't even-
try to save a probe, this is a good probe to try to save.
Mm-hmm. And
Spring gloves.
it's a hatchback.
That it is.
So good look. And also this wherever they took this picture is like the most Texas.
Just the most Texas. Well, this is not Texas.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This is danger. All right, ZK, let's go through your list. What does it need?
It needs the turbo bump hood.
Got
It
it.
needs the like snowflake wheels.
Is that what you call those?
I don't know. I don't know what they're called.
I always call them the
it-
Chrysler wheels.
It reminds me of the S14 snowflakes or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's it needs a driver's side mirror. It needs
No. What does one of these have to have in order for it to be a problem?
the cool seats with the weird pattern on them.
The taillights.
And the taillights.
Kurt's
which
got
I
it.
think was like 85 and 86 or something.
Kurt's
like
got it.
Are these the taillights?
Those are the taillights.
Okay, I'd never know if they're like the ones with the horizontal lines.
Yeah, it's gotta
Yeah,
have the
I-
stupid 80s grid design on them. I
that.
really
I
love
forgot what taillights were the good ones, but
I really love that they put the reverse lights in the rear bumper like that. Like, there's so much taillight on these, and they were like, damn it, they made that new regulation.
it's
But
got
yeah,
mud flaps.
this motor
It's got a
that
turbo.
nobody knows anything about. And the psychedelic interior.
Yeah. Does it have the digital dash?
Looks like it.
Looks like
Maybe.
it.
Nice. Well, you have to buy it.
Oh, it certainly does. Oh, you can switch between like temp and oil and volt and fuel. I don't think you want. I think you want the fuel up all the time, don't you?
Nah, you don't need that.
That's a.
Oil P is what it says. Pressure. Okay.
Is this on the back of Jesse at the moment? Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you're aware. There's been a little bit of a situation going on. Here's a good look at that pattern. This might be the best look of this pattern that we've ever had.
That'll.
They're a little. These look a little green. Maybe it's just some dirt.
They're a little gross, but
Maybe they're a little faded, but
oh,
it's a good shape. It's
kind of like
it's
cross
perfect.
your eyes a little bit and look at it.
No, I was.
No,
gonna say
I
you
don't
thought
want to.
my picture of my monitor that we started with.
Oh,
was
it's a
messing with your-
schooner.
It's a what?
A schooner. Sorry,
A
that's
sailboat.
reference.
The
Thank you.
Magic
thank you.
Eye. That's another reference
Ah.
that people are too young to get.
Look, no rust.
Sure, in this one spot.
A.
So yeah,
Pop-ups.
this is like, if ever you were wondering what 200SX S12 is like the one, this is the one.
Wasn't
I
there also
think-
like a wide body situation, or am I thinking of something
You
else?
are correct. That is pre-Ranwin Park, and I am amazed that you remember that.
Yeah,
There
I
is
forgot
a
all
wide
about
body
that.
kit available for these. They want
Is it still available?
$4,000 for it, and $4,000 is way out of the ballpark of a project that I am willing to partake in at this time. But this is like the one. Like, this is, if ever there was the right model, like, this is the kind of one that I need to look for.
What would you? So would you? Did the V6s also have the bump, or was it only the turbos that did?
The V6s had bumps, but they didn't say turbo on them, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Because I knew some of them didn't have bumps, and I don't remember if that is that just the NA.
So this is a Datsun. This is a Datsun Generation 1. So it had the Turbo CA as the top of the line model.
Yeah.
For the 87 or 88 or something like that. The V6 became the top model. It got the bump. But the Turbo one stayed around, but it lost the bump.
Oh, okay.
Just Nissan things.
Does it stick on there and like it doesn't actually give any clearance to the engine bay?
I think you could even see it in one of those pictures, right? Because
I know they showed the engine bay. I don't remember if you could
as
see
far
the
as I
bottom
know,
of the hood.
oh, it doesn't show.
Okay.
As far as I know, that is literally just sitting on the hood. It does nothing. There's obviously no opening or anything like that. So for $4,000, you can have yourself a fake AE86.
Cranks freely, but has a no spark condition.
We don't care about that kind of stuff. And honestly, I don't care. The only reason I have like the David Freiberger problem with this, because it's too good for what I want. Like, I wouldn't want one that I would feel bad about putting a different engine in or doing like a big suspension kind of swap on it, because these are straight axle cars too. They're not even multi-link. Like,
Does a S13 rear subframe bolt in?
no, it would be a huge. Like, I would have to.
Welded in?
I would have to like cut one of these up in order to do what I would want to do with it.
I got a S13 rear subframe.
I think I have two as well. So these are the hard decisions, everybody, that you will have to make in your life, where the perfect car is going to come up and you're going to have to be like, that would be it. But instead, it's a 1968 Subaru Le Mans.
What is happening?
What segue is it? Why is there a camper van and a Via Cross in the background? What is happening?
This is a terrible ad, but this is something that's actually like with it. Like that 200 is also like halfway across the country from me, so there's nothing I can do with it. But this is very close to me and has articles written about it on the internet, because it is a, what are these called? These Invader, the Invader fiberglass kit cars that we always see.
Mm-hmm.
This one, you can see it. It just looks like all the rest of them. This one has the turbo Boxer 4 out of a Subaru Brat in it.
Wait, Brats were turbo?
Yeah, there was a short generation there, turbo
I
four-cylinder
had
Brats.
no idea.
Yeah.
I think was it
Why
the
didn't you get one
Brats
of
or just the GL that got the turbo?
I think it was the Brat also, but it might be just the GL. I want to say the last couple of years of Brat, you could get a turbo. Either way, they're terrible engines. Like, they're horrible. They make no power. And this is a terrible car, but it's circling the internet. Like, if you read any kind of automotive blogs or anything like that, I'm saying this, you're going to see this car soon, and you're going to be like, I saw that on Ranwin Park first.
Got him.
Got him. God, those wheels are terrible. Kurt.
The wheels are terrible. Well, let's see here.
Are you going through your notes?
Going through my notes here. I gotta consult with my writers. I had a thing to say and I forgot. But at this rate, there's going to be many more people, and you're going to need more than just a 4-door Dodge Caliber to carry all the people.
I have a feeling Paint is going to disagree with you.
I don't know. But, well, if you get any ideas.
Oh, no.
Why not a 1970 9-door station wagon? And this one was on Bring a Trailer. It didn't sell. It's probably still available.
Oh, I ruined it, Kurt. I ruined it.
You ruined it?
I had one of these in my extra ad. I literally just took one of these out of the folder. 12
I had to get up for a second, and what in tarnation?
What in the Uncle Okie's glass and doors am I looking at here?
Oh, I see they're good at glass and doors.
That's 9 more people, Kurt. That's too many people.
And all their luggage. I think we had one of these before, or something similar that had like a ridiculous amount of doors used as like a airport shuttle or something like that. And I think that's what this was. Just funny to look at. It really doesn't matter. 12 passenger. It's a checker cab that's been extended. Didn't sell on Bring a Trailer.
I think
unfortunately.
Roadkill's messed around with one at some point.
Yeah.
Roadkill, I believe, messed around with one of these at some point.
I don't know how many Leafs it has, but there are very many.
There are many.
There are many.
I mean, 12 people and luggage.
How long do you think that exhaust is? How much restriction do you think there is in 30 feet of exhaust tubing?
Has anybody ever tested that? Like, what's the point at which an exhaust is too long?
I thought Engine Masters did that.
Just like endless tube.
What about like a school bus? School buses got pretty long.
Yeah, but it's a diesel.
Oh, yeah, those don't count.
Yeah.
Those aren't real engines.
Yeah, those aren't real. Well, diesels just don't have the exhaust velocity. They have volume, but not velocity.
That's a weird... It looks like a Photoshop from that last angle.
Yeah.
Why I like Ike? Is that a Boomer reference that I don't remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There's closer up for you. It's got some patina, as in like rust under the paint.
What am I...
That's the plate that they welded into the roof to like extend it.
But it's not the whole length or like width, so...
I could explain it to you, but I don't want to.
Don't.
Dash is cool.
I mean, it looks in generally good shape, but it doesn't make me want it.
You think they'll let me autocross it?
I hope
make
not.
the first turn. It's gonna make a 6-point turn.
Wait, it's tank that goes to all the demo derbies, right?
Right.
This is where this needs to go.
I think it would just like break in the middle immediately.
Amazing.
I think it would break in the middle based on.
I love the exposed. I got confused or sidetracked by what I just realized. I like the exposed torque converter and.
Oh yeah.
How are they lifting up the front of the car? What am I looking at here? It's hanging off.
I don't know.
I wonder why the Bring a Trailer community did not band behind this one.
Yeah. Surprising. What? This is not a view I have ever seen. I am, though, surprised that it's holding itself up in this way.
It's doing a wheelie.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
Could you imagine the grip and power that would be required to make this do a wheelie?
Look, you can see, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 straight segments of 4-foot pipe.
Yeah. Yep. And they still needed to put a muffler at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's time for the best finds of the week, which means we need to review last episode's best finds where Kurt had a PT Cruiser. I had a PT Cruiser. And ZK had a car with a dirt bike.
Oh, wait.
And
they're the same item. You can't remove them, remember?
Yeah, right. There was a permanently installed dirt bike.
I did say with. I did not say holds or like transports. No, no, no. It is a Golf with a dirt bike. And it is once again a tie. Kurt and
What?
ZK tie for the win. 40 votes each. For some reason, my drag racing PT Cruiser, which, by the way, still for sale, if you're wondering. Still see it popping up constantly. It only got 34 votes. But this time around, I've brought to you a 1994 Acura Integra.
Wait, are you trying to tell us something with that previous one and this one? What's a kit car?
It is a...
He wants a fiberglass body.
Okay. Honestly, have you ever seen anything as crackheaded as this? This is a GT40 kit car built on a 1994 Integra chassis with a turbo B13 engine in it. Runs and drives but needs tuning. Car needs some finishing. Bought for a father-son project, but we've decided to build something different. Be a heck of a present for a son or daughter.
Are the headlights in different angles?
Yeah, the
What is
headlights
happening?
do not match.
The Volkswagen in the background is making the face I'm making.
I think it's a perspective issue. I think.
Not about that.
Okay. But the engine does not fit.
No.
It is front-wheel drive, obviously. It is hacked all sorts of up, like just chopped in every which way.
Oh god, they did this stupid kit car rear lights.
Of all...
Okay, guys, we have 30 square feet of rear bumper fascia. What do we put? A couple of those trailer lights. That's good.
Good.
And make sure
done.
one of them's crooked.
Of all the kit cars we've seen, this might be one of the worst.
In every way. Who made the kit? Who stole this person's money? Why did they continue? Why is the blow-off valve just going nowhere? Or the wastegate, I guess.
Everything's spray painted and peeling. Everything's exposed to the elements. And they put this body on an Integra to begin with.
Wait, how much money do they want for it?
Anything is too much. $4,000. $3,500 now.
That's too much for a B series.
a B13.
I don't think a B13's a real engine. Maybe 94? That should have been a decent B series. I don't know.
Yeah, they've had to notch the fiberglass body out in places just to fit onto the quote-unquote chassis here. They've ruined an Integra and they've ruined a fiberglass kit.
This is like one of those high school like car class projects, but like not good. Like,
but they had a substitute teacher for
qualities.
the entire year.
Yes. The notch in the upper right looks like the
clutch master.
clutch. Yeah.
So just remember, it's not the best car of the week. It's the best find.
What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that a fuel? There's like an extra hole on the front.
There's an
Like
extra-
Yeah, that's the
valve or-
wastegate.
No, I thought that was on the upper left. What's on
That's the
upper
blow-off
left?
That's the-
valve. This is wastegate.
Oh, that's the blow-off valve. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess I just
Wastegate just
I don't see the turbo. Oh no, I see the turbo.
the
Yeah,
wastegate is
it does
currently
have a
venting not just atmosphere but also forward. So if it did open, it would just be like whoop.
And this hot exhaust gas is
Yeah.
like straight out the engine.
It's wrong in every way.
I hate it.
All right, Kurt.
All right. I regret to inform you that I'm going to win this week.
Oh.
Hubris.
Oh.
Because I have found a
Oh.
1973,
I quit.
and have been sitting on, mind you, for over a month, a 1973 Volvo 1800 ES, a car that we all agree is amazing, but a hearse conversion.
Her set.
A hearsette, yes. A hearsette. Runs, drives, stops, new motor mounts, tires, rear hatch, carpet kit. Need some cargo area panels on the interior, but if you're going to convert it into a camper, it doesn't matter. Sorry for the bad photo orientation. They're all correct on the computer.
Wow.
For $10,000.
You know, I have never liked a car in flat or matte black. It works so well here.
It does.
I think it's all the chrome trim.
Maybe.
And then like the vinyl or whatever pattern. I don't know if that's like a painted.
I don't know if that's painted
like
effect.
stencil.
Or...
Yeah. It's good.
It's good.
It's very good.
This is phenomenal.
Isn't it though? I
need to go
wanted
vote
to
for this
hate
right
it.
now.
I wanted to hate it and be like, oh, it's like but it's done so well, and it actually looks. Oh, they're flowers. It's like when you paint through like the stencil things. I saw lowriders do it.
Yeah, lowriders do this a lot. There is a term for it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Like lace something.
Yeah, basically. God, it's so good.
Is there interior pictures?
There is.
And it's an 1800 ES.
Are you like gagging yourself? What is going on? You have to bite a
biting
towel?
down on a. Yes, I'm literally biting a towel right now. God, it looks so stupid in traffic. It's amazing.
ZK is putting in his will that he has to be transported in this.
Yes.
I don't. We might have to like put in 2 parts.
Yeah, whatever.
Fit in the back of this thing.
All right, so it's not perfect.
Not perfect. Might need new seats, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
also an automatic. Yes, but
Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
Sure, you can
thank
make
God.
you can. I'm sure that's an easy swap. It's It's a Volvo. It's fine.
Yeah, but ES parts are like they're expensive.
Come on now, there's got to be pictures of the back, right? Oh, it's actually pretty good.
Pretty good. It is missing those like side panels. Obviously,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
nothing that has been made to make this into a hearse.
You could fit a mattress
you might
there.
need- Yeah,
Maybe.
well,
I don't know how much
That is-
length is actually there.
You could curl up.
Yeah. Fetal position.
Yes.
Oh wait, the seats are still there, or is this just
I
pre?
think the seats.
Oh, they
The
fold.
seats are down here.
didn't
Yeah,
know
I
that.
think that's how they are. Is they
Oh,
do fold flat,
nice.
which is weird because I don't know what it does with that center console
Right.
thing.
Yeah, it's a Volvo.
They figured it out somehow.
Maybe it does pop out because I see like little vinyl snaps on the edges of the seat.
Yeah,
This might be the weirdest picture orientation that there's ever been.
but they're fine on the computer.
Okay, front is left.
Yeah, front is left.
Yeah, but
That's
we're also
just-
tilting forward.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah,
about it
this
is weird.
needs to be 180.
Apparently a yellow car to start.
Yeah, the black's better.
Yeah.
You'd think I would have corrected the orientation of the photos, but no, I must
But no,
present these ads
yes.
as they are presented to me.
Thank you for bringing us through this journey.
It's got the power brakes.
That's a lot of brake master and booster.
It's just, yeah, that's the
Like-
way they had it. The booster had to be way out there.
Like, if the brake rod goes through that, that is like a 12-inch long brake rod.
What about the blower
Episode
motor
title.
that's bigger than the engine?
Why is this picture like making me nauseous? Like, I don't know.
It's like you're being picked up by your ankles.
Yeah.
And the keychain.
Rip. Wait, is that actually the key? Because you could steal this thing very easily.
I'm
I'm sure those 2 notches in the 1 key makes it very difficult to steal otherwise.
Goodbye. See you never.
I think the girlfriend said she needs this for the hearse. That
I
might be
wanna
the best
show
thing
mine.
I've ever found.
Yeah, you want to just like keep yours for next time, CK?
No. I think I had a bit that went along with this, and it's
Oh, okay.
already gone. So we'll have to enjoy it together. Oh yeah, because for Cone, he needs the family vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So the coolest minivan I could find on Craigslist today is a 1996 Toyota Grand Via.
I guess.
PCH, yeah. It's a JDM import. It's 179,000 kilometers. VIP style, runs and drives great. Turbo diesel engine, runs strong. Transmission shifts smoothly. Swivel rear seats, soft close sliding door, and it's great.
It's like a Crown van.
Right. and from this angle, it looks like a coupe. It's just got the two doors.
Yeah,
It's just
sure.
like the ES.
Okay.
It's exactly like
the same.
Yeah.
I was so confused when I saw a 3-liter turbo 4, and I was like, what? And then you said diesel, and I was like, ah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you wish I would like this, but I don't like this.
Yeah, it's because you're a bad person. But
Mostly.
It's got a 1KZ TE engine.
Every
whatever
Toyota
that
engine
is.
has just the same naming convention.
Yeah. Someone in chat Google that and tell me what that is.
It's a 3-liter diesel turbo.
But it's got curtains.
It's got the seats that
You
can
have,
go
like-
anywhere.
Yeah. They swivel and turn around.
It's got some
It's got
advanced auto
NASCAR
wheels.
tires.
6 lugs.
Literally
four-wheel
NASCAR
drive, too.
tires. Why?
Look at it.
Mhm.
Look at it. It's so glorious. You can fit
I
so
mean,
many
it's-
car seats in this.
It's better than a Soul.
It's got sunroof and rear AC.
Fancy. You know, we just had to buy
This
one
is
of
the
those
best
little.
angle of the car.
It is. We had to buy one of those little, like, sun deflector things. Who needs that when you got curtains?
Those are actually really good, by the way. I'll if you want one, I'll tell you which one's good.
I already got
Um,
one.
Well, I hope it wasn't the bad one that I.
Well,
you
I don't
shouldn't
know.
have
It's the
bought.
one. I got the one that static clings to the window.
Oh, ugh. Back to this minivan with the wood grain. Look at the shift knob.
Hey, it's got my tire tread formats again.
There's just
the
a bunch of
one-
pretty pictures for this too.
Yeah.
And it's got the spoiler. And if you lower this about 6 inches, mwah.
You never get it over the curb
Right.
to drive it in the driveway. You'll also be happy to know the 1KZTE makes a whopping 128 horsepower
Ooh.
and 212 foot-pounds.
Hey,
212.
it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
bad.
it's got some torque.
Not bad.
I don't remember if this one was all-wheel drive or not.
Well, I think at least in the Craigslist list post it said all-wheel drive or 4x4
Okay,
or
I
whatever. but-
skimmed over that.
Okay. All right. Well, that's our show, everybody. Gosh, how long was this? Anybody have a time? What's the time?
Hour 23.
That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Listen, we had a lot to get through after a month of scouring through Marketplace.
An hour.
All of my ads that I bookmarked had expired. And then when I opened all 106 of them, Craigslist thought I was DDoSing them and I got blocked for a few hours.
That's amazing. I saw you talk about that in Discord, and I didn't know what had happened. And now that I understand, that's pretty good. Were you able to
Yeah.
get back? Like, did you?
Yeah, I was able to get back. It's just like all the images stopped loading, and when I tried to open up like new ads, it would be like, the system has blocked your request. Click here to contact us. I'm like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm on Craigslist naughty list.
That's a very different list.
Yeah, I think they got rid of that a few years ago.
All right, well, make sure you click for the poll in the description below.
You can vote right now.
You can actually vote right now. You could ship
I
your
will
pants.
vote for me.
I can ship my pants.
You could ship your pants.
Right here? Ship my pants right here?
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Thanks, ZK.
Sorry, I was voting. It's important.